Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing my monthly roundup for March. This is where I talk about the puzzles that I did in the previous month, and this time I'm doing it a little bit differently just because I did so many puzzles in March. I can't talk about every single one in depth, so if I have dedicated reviews of a particular category, I'll link them down below just so you can see more of a review for those. For example, my Wentworth puzzles I'm not really mentioning here. I did about 7 this month, and also the puzzles I did at the event. So I went to nationals this month, and so that video will also be down below. So I'll be going over those puzzles in those videos, and I'll just briefly mention them here just so you can see what I did for the month. Of course, if I can link them to purchase, I'll link them down below. Anything that you see that is an Amazon link is an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of commission that helps me support my channel. But other than that, we're just going to dive into this video, and as always, I'm going to go from the largest piece count to the smaller piece count so you can jump ahead using the timestamps if a particular piece count works for you more. So that's what we're doing here today. I hope you enjoy it. If you're new here, if you love puzzles, this is a great channel to subscribe to. It's completely free for you. It helps me a ton, and I'm really trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. So that's what is happening. I hope you enjoy, and let's just get into this. Sorry for the glare on the glasses that might happen every now and again, but I wanted to read some of the puzzles that I've done, and I have some stats here in case you're just curious. So for the month of March, this was by far my record-breaking month since I've had my channel. I did 33 puzzles plus some of them were 100-piece puzzles that I just added all in one little line in my little tracker. So I did over 33, but we're just going to say 33 puzzles for the month, but 16,000 pieces, which very much succeeds the previous record, which was 12,000. Now moving into the puzzles, let's start off with my 1,000 piece puzzles. I did 4 for the month. One is the Sweet Street puzzle that I've already talked about in my events video or the nationals video, so link that down below. The other 3 I did alone, and the first one here is by Clementoni. It is called Gradient. This one was so fun and bright. I did a blog post for Puzzle Warehouse. This one was gifted to me for that purpose, and it was all about gradient puzzles. And so this one, so much fun. I like that there are a good variety of colors. There are some sections that are a little bit heavier in the amount of pieces, like the right side obviously has more pieces than the left side per color, but really I was never stuck. The little line work actually just helps. Sometimes it can help or hinder depending on how the color works with the line. For me, it was super quick and easy. Absolutely loved it. Love the colors. Love that it doesn't go too dark, and really enjoyed this one, which I was surprised about because I have done other Clementoni puzzles in the past that were very crumbly, but I've never done a larger piece count for them or 1,000 piece count for them, and I really enjoyed it. So this is a brand I would consider buying more of, and I was really happy with that puzzle. One that I was not happy with, and I'm so sad about it. This one is by Grateful House, and I've heard such amazing things about the brand, and I still do hear great things about the brand, but this one in particular is just a bust all around. The image is gorgeous. It is called Gradient Cube. The artist is Sabrina Epton, and it is a really stunning image to look at. Even at the end, it photographs really well, but there were so many quality issues with this puzzle. I was so sad about it. So the coloring, absolutely stunning. The pieces, terrible. So the pieces were very small, not quite micro puzzle size, but definitely half the size of a standard piece shape. This made it very tricky with fit. It was incredibly crumbly, could not move more than 2 pieces. Even just bumping the table or bumping the puzzle would cause things to disassemble or crumble. And also I had a lot of pieces that were just chewed up, the cutter broke up the pieces, and it was just a hot mess all around for how it fit, how it went together. And I still liked the final image, but the quality of this puzzle is awful. So it's such a bummer because I really wanted to love this one. I do have others from the brand that I'm very excited about. I even took a peek inside those boxes, and the pieces look amazing. So this one here was a bust, and I've also heard that from people who also mentioned that on Instagram after I posted about it. And it's such a sad moment because this one could be amazing, and I just feel like it just missed the mark on so many levels. One that I did really love though is this one by Cloudberries. This one was gifted to me by the brand, and I honestly went into it not having high expectations because I haven't had the best of luck with Cloudberries, to be honest. This one I loved. I loved it so much. It is a very inconsistent brand though when it comes to quality. That you have amazing quality or even ones that have fit issues or quality issues. This one I had no issues whatsoever. Absolutely loved it. Loved the style of image where it's just a bunch of gradient rainbows or color theory in different formats, and it was super quick, fun, and easy to put together. There wasn't a ton of white pieces even at the end. That part took me about 45 minutes. This was all around, took me about 4.5, maybe 5 hours to complete, like from opening the bag to completion. So absolutely love this one. Would definitely recommend it, but I just have to give that caveat that their quality is definitely inconsistent at best. Moving into my 500 piece counts, I did so many this month. I did 17 500 piece puzzles. Obviously I had the event and I was training for it, so I just did a ton of smaller piece counts. There are some that I gave away since I've done them, so I don't have them to show you as like the physical box. That would include cats and succulents, cute dogs and garden. Both of those were in my speed puzzling practice video, so I'll definitely link that down below. I also did cave dive and golden solar system when I was at the national event as a practice run with my pairs partner, so I'll link that video down below too. This one here is by Pomegranate. It is called Springtime by Alma Thomas, and I was very excited to get this puzzle. I did purchase it myself, and the image is nothing crazy. It's just like this like pinwheel of color, and there are different variants of these reds. Like even though the reds are a lot, you have like slight differences in the reds. Like this one here is like a deeper burgundy, and then it goes up to like more of a coral to the orange, and then in this row here we have more of like a pinky type of red. A few other reds are pretty challenging, but the middle row is kind of like this orangey fire engine red. So if you had a little bit of that color, you could work with it. I thought this was going to take me forever to do, to be honest, because once you do the colored bits besides the red, there's a lot of red pieces at the end, and I was really nervous about it because this isn't a traditional piece cut. It is their hexagon cut or their honeycomb cut. So this is, each side has 6 sides, so I would count how many of those outs there were, and I would like group them together. So that way when I knew there was like 2 outs, I could look at certain pieces. So definitely worked to go by piece shape or how many outs there were. That's what helped me get through this, and I did complete it, and I absolutely loved the final image. It was definitely a tricky one though, and I don't see me doing it again, but it was definitely a fun challenge. Like it wasn't like a frustrating challenge, like where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm not making any progress. Like I slowly made progress, and over time I was able to complete it. It is only 500 pieces, so that definitely helps, because if it was a larger piece count, I probably would have quit a few times. This one here is a redo. I did this one right when I got back from nationals, which you thought I would have been like puzzled out for a while, but I came back in like full force and have already done like 8 puzzles since I've been home, including this one. I have really been itching to do some puzzles that I've done in the past and just giving love to my collection versus like buying new things. And so this one here is called Seasons. It's by Schmidt. I did this one once already when we lived in temporary housing when we moved last year, and I just had an itch to do it again. It's a super simple, easy image to do because you have 4 quadrants, very easy to decipher which is which when sorting. I really like this one. It's just like nice, calm, relaxing. Love the final image and super easy. Their quality is very similar to Ravensburger if you are used to their style. They're might be made very closely because this is also a German brand, but really enjoyed it, and I am happy that I gave it another round to do. Next up we have these 2 here. These are by Villager Puzzles. They are a new baby brand that opened up in August of last year. I did purchase their 500 piece puzzles from their spring collection, and I really enjoyed them. The 2 that I did this month, we have this one called Paradise Book Club. Really enjoyed the colors of this one. Just nice and soft. Want to be the person in the hammock, and I've been really wanting a hammock for a while, and so we actually did just buy one, so I'm excited to like live this fantasy a little bit. So I liked the colors. There's definitely some different textures in the leaves, even though it looks like a lot of green. There's a lot of stuff to work with, and I really enjoyed it. Quality of their stuff is really nice. It has a nice good fit. Next up we have this one called Tofino Surf. It is a place in British Columbia. Kelly really wanted to create a puzzle that showed her favorite location, and that is this one. I will say for this one, I enjoyed it, but the colors that you see in the box are definitely brighter than what you do in person. So it could be challenging if you're not used to doing this type of gradient, that it's not going to match up like piece by piece based off of the image. So I do think the saturation on the box cover is definitely deeper or brighter than what you see in the puzzle pieces. So I did make that note to her, and that's something she's going to keep an eye on in the future, just to make sure it's accurate, because if you're not used to puzzling something like this, it might be challenging. For me, I really didn't have any issues, but it is noticeable. So wanted to mention that in case you're getting that puzzle. Moving on to some other Ravensburgers that I did for my practices. This one here, I have no history of me actually completing it. Like, I never took a picture of it. I just did it and like put it in the box. But this one is called Rabbit Recital, and I really enjoyed this one. A little bit challenging with the flowers, but there's a lot of different textures and things to work from. Obviously, I love that mint green grand piano. Like, flowers definitely took me the longest, but I really enjoyed this image. I definitely like her style of imagery. She is the one who also did the Sweet Street puzzle from Ravensburger for the Nationals finals for pairs, and I loved that one as well. So her style is definitely something that I'm loving right now. Also, I'm a huge fan of the Elspeth McLean puzzles. I'm so happy she was at Nationals, because I'm realizing I love doing these mandalas. They're really fun and just a bright and colorful, and it's a little bit challenging but not super challenging, and I've been really enjoying it. So I have all 4 of hers now that are the 500 piece smaller boxes. I've done 3 of them. This one here I've actually done twice this month. So I did it once by myself and then once with my pairs partner. This one is called Magnificent Mandalas. This one is called Mandala Blooms, and I love this one because it's more of a collage puzzle, but also I just like the flowers and succulents that are in here. Just adds something different than just like the mandalas, like kind of all scattered about, because this one here with like the sunflower, then we have the succulent, then we have like the carnations, and I really enjoyed this one a lot. I just like the green section, and it was very easy to do, and I did it as a speed puzzle practice, and I definitely want to do that one again sometime in the future, just because I feel like that would be like a nice quick easy one in the evening. One that was quite challenging though is this one called Tree of Life. I discussed it in my practice puzzling video, that I didn't really do this one justice when I was speed puzzling with it, because I was trying something new and it didn't work out very well. But this one is really beautiful at the end. And then I do have one other 500 piece one that I just don't have on hand. I think I put it in the garage maybe, but that is by Springbok. They have a new collection out. I am an affiliate with them, and I did Sunset Sailing in March, and I loved that one. It is a stained glass puzzle. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it, but it is absolutely stunning. Loved that one a lot. And just like the different variations, colors, and the lines, and it was a great difficulty. It wasn't super easy, but I didn't fly through it either, and I really liked it, so that one was good. So moving on to 300 piece puzzles, I did 4 for the month. 2 I don't have on hand anymore. The first one was called Rainforest. It was by Ravensburger. I got that one thrifted, I got that one thrifted, and it had a lot of quality issues, to be honest. I have been very lucky when it comes to thrifted puzzles. I very seldom have pieces missing or something wrong with it. That one didn't have any pieces missing, but they had like a broken piece that was in half, and like another piece that was like chewed. It's almost like a dog or something like got a hold of it. So that one had some issues, but at the end, it was a really fun puzzle to do. It was nice and bright and colorful, really easy. It was only, again, 300 pieces. And then the other one I don't have on hand anymore, or actually never had on hand. When I was at the national event, I did a Sherlock's puzzle, which I'd never done before. Very traditional, I feel like quality is like Masterpieces or Buffalo Games. And I don't know the name of that puzzle, but I put it on the screen in case you are interested in it. I could not find the name on that box whatsoever, but the puzzle was super fun. It was like bright and colorful, like geometric, and I really liked it. But the other 2 I do have on hand. These are both by Sunsout. This one though, I believe is from like 1991, so it's an older image. But this one is called Garden Planting, and it was such like a nice sweet spring puzzle. Like, this style of imagery I normally don't gravitate towards in like a larger piece count, but in like a small piece count I'm like, ooh, that's sweet and easy. I'll do it in the evening while watching TV, and I really enjoyed this one. I like the little bunny and the little birds and the butterfly. Like, there's stuff to work from, and I really liked this one a lot. This one here by Sunset is called Family Cruise by Karen Burke, and this one, I liked it. It's super cute. It's like a really fun Easter or springtime puzzle. I do feel like it's a little bit like AI generated just because we have this bunny and then like this like ocean scene down at the bottom, which like, I feel like just doesn't quite make sense on like the coast of Maine or wherever you are. And I also have seen the same exact background but with like a different animal in it. So it seems like a little like copy paste, but I really think it's cute and I love the colors of it, and I really don't have anything else to say other than like this just seems a little bit like off to me. I wish it was more like a sandy seashell type situation underneath. But that might just be me. Let me know your thoughts. And then finally we do some snack puzzles. I had done quite a few Wentworths, which I have a whole separate video on. I absolutely love them. I think Library Garden and the new extra difficult ones are so much fun. Definitely something I would consider getting more of is those extra difficult ones just because the piece cuts are super cool. And then finally we have a couple little snack puzzles that I did. We have this one here, which I got at the event or at Nationals. This is by Blue Kazoo. Loved it. I want to get more from this brand. It's called Flower Pot and I loved it. Like the quality was phenomenal. The coloring was great. I loved the difficulty of it. It was pretty challenging for a 250 piece just because it's kind of like whimsy and lots of stuff kind of go in and out and color kind of everywhere, but the end result was beautiful and the quality of those pieces were fantastic. So I really want to get something else from them. And then finally we did this one here, which is just a 200 piece Ravensburger, and I loved this one as well. This one is called Mixtape, just a small 200 piece that I did during the evening watching TV, and I really liked it. So those are all the puzzles that I did, or at least most of the puzzles that I did for the month. I would love to know which puzzle you did this past month that you absolutely loved, or what you're working on currently. I'm always curious of what you're working on, so let me know down in the comments. But that's it for me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.